Hey, Sean.
Hey, Michael. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. So we're recording this on Friday, April 16th at 3:27 p.m. Third time? Is this our
This is
third episode?
our third podcast.
All right, third episode. What are we talking about today?
So this week's podcast, we'll be talking about shirts, specifically woven tops, this spring and summer of 21.
Okay.
So for this topic, I picked the three body types that are trending, that are now kind of coming into the men's world. So
Cool. Before you kind of jump into this too.
Yep.
You keep mentioning spring summer 21. So I think it's pretty self-explanatory right now, but we're in like mid-April now. Mm-hmm. So mid-April is basically the start of summer. So typically for us, when people say spring summer of 21, it's spring typically stands for January, February, March.
Got it.
In terms of on the floor,
mm-hmm.
Okay? And then buyers typically start buying for summer starting from March, because whatever they buy in March is on the floor for April, May, June.
Yep.
And June, and then May through July is typically back to school,
mm-hmm.
and then transition, and then it's funny because people would think that the third quarter, which is basically from July, August, September, would be considered fall, but that's actually considered transition. It's called transition because it's just like summer. I don't know. It's weird. And then fall typically starts from September till December, but then November and December is also holidays. The fashion industry is complicated. Mm. So maybe going forward for this, maybe we should say like Q1 and Q2.
Okay.
Going forward. But anyways, we could keep that in the recording. That's totally fine. It's technical stuff. Okay, anyway, sorry. I interrupted you.
Oh, you're good, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the three body types that we'll be talking about are resort shirt, band collar shirt, and then the exaggerated utility shirt.
Okay,
so
cool.
These will be kind of the three trends that they are seeing in the market.
So we're talking woven trends right now.
Woven trends, correct.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so overall theme, stripped back and comfortable styles dominate this season's offerings, catering to the need for wardrobe additions that can adapt to work or home environments as they become intertwined. So
I want to provide additional context here too. 2020 was a COVID year.
Yeah.
Our woven business tanked. Nobody bought wovens. Wovens, by definition, are just basically the button-down shirts. Our woven business tanked. I would imagine it tanked for everybody. Mm-hmm. It was particularly harsh for us because in the past, for us historically, before I took over, for BJD in general was like 60% of our total volume was typically woven shirts. And then the other 40% was separated by knits, which are basically like t-shirts and like bottoms. And now it's kind of flipped over right now where it's our biggest driver of volume right now are our bottoms business. That's also just because I like denim. So it's like I just made more denim as soon as I came in. And then t-shirts have kind of become the thing since like 2020. Yep. And especially because of our Westie line. And then wovens kind of took a back seat. But believe it or not, for next year's development, I'm planning on going really big on wovens again, kind of going back to our roots,
pretty heavy with
sort
it.
of. And it's like I feel like t-shirts have been in for like just too long now. Like I want to say almost since like 2019, 2019, 20, and now this year. It's like people have been kind of sick of button downs, but I feel like after staying locked up for
almost 2 years,
like all of last year basically, and like for like the first third of this year, since everyone's been locked in, I do think wovens are going to make a huge comeback. So anyways,
I agree as well. Again, they're more expressive than the normal t-shirts.
It's a flexing thing.
For sure.
Nobody wears a woven shirt to bed.
No.
I mean, unless you're like that PJ guy, but
which is also kind of another trend they talked about is pajama style.
Yeah, we're not talking about it here.
No,
right?
no.
Okay,
I don't want to talk about that. Just
but like, unless you're like a PJ guy, but like PJ guys are just fucking weird to begin with. So,
I agree.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, so take the floor. Yeah.
Cool.
So resort shirt.
Resort shirt. Yep. So the resort shirt has touched every part of the men's market, and designers show no signs of slowing its proliferation. Styled the shirt as part of a matching set for an easy, comfortable look, perfect for the laid-back work from home world we currently live in. So here's an example I found on the website. You can see that it's a matching set. So again, kind of going with even the tie-dyes and like knits and joggers as well. It's kind of that trend is that matching set. And then play up classical tropicals, batik prints, or have fun with unexpected stripes and paneling.
Dude, have you guys ever heard of romp hims?
Yeah, it's the man romper.
You know what? It's so funny that you mentioned this. You know, let's look it up. Look up romp him. Google romp him. Or DuckDuckGo romp him. Romp him. Yeah.
Can you maximize the window too?
No, the plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. So click that. So a romp him. This is kind of the thing. Jeff, have you seen this before?
I mean, I've heard of like romper, but
Yeah, no, yeah.
Romp.
Do you know what romp hims are?
No.
Okay. So, yeah, dude, why don't you come over and take just like a quick peek at this shit before, like, we're doing this? You gotta see it. You're like, it's like, you know how, like, Sean was just, like, mentioning, like, the whole, like, matching set thing? Dude, I gotta tell you guys, like, I went to brunch, like, I wanna say it was, like, 3-4 weeks ago, to Griddle. It's, like, up in, like, the Hollywood Hills. It's, like, this brunch spot and everything. I saw this dude, straight up, like, pretty good looking guy, you know. He was wearing a straight up romp him, like tropical prints, like super duper loud, like some of the prints that we have here. It was that, but it was like something like that,
So what's
something
the
like
difference
that.
between a romper and then a romp pin?
Rompers are for girls and romp
Romper,
him.
romp
That's it.
him.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's pretty much
Romp
it.
him or romp pin?
Romp him.
Her and him. Yeah. But romp him, I believe, is a brand. So I mean, yeah, we can't call anything romp him. I'm pretty sure they copyright that shit. But anyways, yeah, no, you just mentioned romp, the matching set. So like,
Yeah.
I just remember this. Like, I think this has been out for like a couple years now. But it's like, I actually saw someone wearing it during brunch. But anyway, sorry, let's go back.
And also they have band collars too, so that's
Oh,
they're
yeah,
incorporating it all.
You know what? Keep this open.
Sure.
We'll go back and forth between this guy, but let's go back to your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, cool. So the resort shirt. What is a resort shirt?
Camp shirt with that camp collar, a lot of tropicals, kind of.
So they're calling it a resort shirt now.
Yeah.
So it's this guy here.
But yeah, exactly.
guy.
Not exactly like a Hawaiian t-shirt. It's
just this body right here, right? This silhouette is
Exactly.
is that what's called a resort shirt?
Exactly.
You know, they used to call this a camp shirt. They used to call this a pajama collar at some point, and now I guess it's called a resort shirt. Okay, cool. So yeah. So how's it looking nowadays? So you said they're classic tropicals and batik prints.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say a batik print is?
like mandalas looking.
Do
Just
you have any like examples of one?
I mean, no, I guess that's not really batik. Just, I do not have.
Why don't you Google? Why don't you DuckDuckGo? But batik prints, BAT prints. Okay, so let's go to images. Yeah, images. Okay, shit like that. Okay, cool,
like
cool.
big florals. These
Right,
kind of,
right. You know, like full coverage, right?
For sure.
Showing very
All
little
layered.
ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. Like stuff like that. A lot of fine lines, a lot of intricate detail. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, I see. Yeah, no, that's actually really interesting. You know, maybe that's something that I should have Debbie look into for when she starts really developing like our summer product or our Q2 of next year. Okay, so tropicals are still in, huh?
Yeah, and I don't think it's the typical kind of Hawaiian shirt where it has the leis or the kind of the hibiscus on it, but it's going to be more of these extravagant looking prints where again like expressive, loud.
Right. You want to know something crazy was like I want to say like last year during like the election year. It was back when like they were having all those Black Lives Matter protests and all that stuff. I remember seeing this article. I forgot who put it out. It was some media news channel. It was a pretty big one too, though. They were talking about how like the Proud Boys and the far right has officially adopted the tropical aloha shirt as their like de facto like
Their uniform.
yeah, their uniform sort of like no, they were talking about it, but like I mean tropical prints. I think they started getting really big again like. I would say towards like the start of 2017 and like 2018 and 2019 and 2020 we sold a shitload of tropical prints, like Aloha prints.
You know the whole like Aloha Fridays. That's like the trend.
Yeah.
I think that honestly like 2017.
Oh, is that when it started?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh,
I remember
shit.
because
Okay.
I would go to work and I would be wearing a Hawaiian shirt on Friday. 'Cause
Okay.
Aloha Fridays.
Yeah, man. Like it was. I think like what was it? 2017. It was. I was still doing development here, but like. Yeah, no. Like I just remember like we made almost like 30 different prints, and we would fill up like half of our showroom with just tropical prints. Buyers would literally just come in and they would just look at it and they'd be like, "I'll take it," and we're like, "How much?" And they're like, "All of it." No, we did so much business with tropical prints like that. Like that's kind of a big reason why like our Q2 business was always really strong, was because of these tropicals.
Yeah.
And I remember like in I think it was like 2019, like right before COVID hit, like the year before COVID, we would talk to our buyers and we would ask them like, "So how do you see this going?" And they were basically telling us, I could see it slowing down. We should move away from it and everything. 2020, no one bought shit because we were all locked in at home for it. But this year, even before summer hits, you saw our showroom, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
What do we call it? Tori?
Yep.
Yeah, Tori came. Tori came in, cleaned us out once again, and it's like, honestly, I know people keep talking about how like people are gonna move on from tropicals, but here you are again, talking about how tropicals are coming back. The interesting thing though is like, that dude, that handsome man that you have there, that photo that you showed me.
Yep.
That's a rayon shirt.
For sure.
And yeah, like we don't do rayons here ourselves, but it is something that we're gonna try once again because I want to say back in 2018, we tried doing rayons because we saw it in the market. We actually bet pretty big on it. Totally bombed. It was one of the biggest mistakes we made as a company in general.
You gotta take some risk.
Yeah, no, not a risk like that.
Yeah,
but
okay.
like it was, it's not something that we're particularly proud of and everything like that. But I will tell you this though, it's cool to see that like, I don't know, like designers keep pushing rayon, man. They've been pushing rayon now for almost like 3 years, but it finally feels like this year, like the consumer base is actually starting to catch up with it, and like guys are actually starting to buy it because we're finally starting to move some of the rayons that we committed to like way back then. So yeah.
And I think it's a whole like, it feels nice. It's soft on the touch. It's flowy.
Are you selling any rayon right now?
Yeah, I just sold some to one of my buyers.
Yeah. But yeah, so like rayon's even moving for you then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool. All right, cool. Anyways, let's keep going. Do you have anything to show us for these? Yeah. So,
So here's some examples of, and this is rayon viscose,
No, that's
or not
the-
that one. This one.
That's the rayon.
Sorry.
Viscose. Okay, so let's talk about this. Rayon versus viscose.
Yeah, what is the difference?
It's the same shit.
They just call it. They just,
Okay. So here's the thing. Some people call it rayon, some people call it viscose, okay? But, and if you talk to some of these like fabric mills, they get really snooty with your ass and they tell you like, oh, it's because rayon is imitating silk, whereas viscose is imitating cotton. But what it basically is rayon, it's just another form of fucking polyester, man. Like people like giving weird names to these type of things. It's just another form of fine polyester and everything. That's why it's super shiny and drapey when you see it. We don't have any rayon here because we don't have any rayon like that we actually do. But like rayon is like that really, really drapey fabric that's super like kind of sheer somewhat, and it like kind of falls on like the body. Like it doesn't have like the shape of cotton basically, and it's like liquidy soft. It's not, doesn't have as dry of a hand feel the same way like cotton does.
Super soft.
Yeah, it's super duper soft, and it's it comes and goes like every decade. Like the 90s, my dad killed it with rayon. Jeff, you remember when we were doing that podcast with my dad, and he was kind of talking about how we first started here with the garment dyes, like made in USA and everything.
Yeah.
That was all rayon. That was all rayon that he started with. And so like rayon killed it in the market back then, quickly in the 90s, and then it goes away. And then in 2000s, I think my dad got into rayons again at some point for like a good 2 years, and then it died out again. And now here we are again with this whole rayon thing. But it's like, I think it's cool. It's just, I don't know, man. Like, we're gonna try it again because it looks like rayon's getting hot again. So anyways, yeah, can you show us some more stuff? Like
Some more camp shirts.
Camp shirts. Do you have any? Did you pull up anything for like the tropicals? It's not really like necessary, but like
I mean, I found some on Stussy. Not
Okay.
like this is a tropical camp right here.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's like
Kinda.
the same old like traditional shit.
Yeah,
The same thing that we've been doing for some time now.
for sure.
Okay. Yeah. So you know what's telling me that they're still pushing tropicals? That means even the trends, dude. Nobody knows what to do with men's fashion. That's what it basically means. It's like, it means nobody knows what they're doing. They're just recycling shit. Okay, cool. I mean, that's cool. All right.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
Next body.
Fun. Do better, industry. Okay, so yeah.
Cool. So next body type is going to be the band collar shirt. So interest in the band collar shirt trends to ebb and flow, yet the style never fully disappears from both mass market and directional collections. Print and pattern offer the best means of update. Look for ombre or tie-dye versions for casual markets or minimalist blocking for sophisticated options. And here are some examples of a tie-dye, and then
Would you ever wear a banded collar shirt?
I love banded collar shirts.
Do you really?
I love them. I actually just washed my black one because I'm gonna wear it this weekend.
Dude, oh really? No
Yeah,
kidding, no shit. Okay, cool.
I think they're great.
Interest-
Show a little chest with it because
Dude.
it allows you to open it up.
Yeah. Interesting fact about the banded collar shirt. 10 years ago, you know what it was called?
Grandfather collar.
No.
That's what when I went and got it, I'm like, oh, can I get that? And they called it a grandfather collar.
Really?
Collar. Yeah. What was it called?
The market used to call it the Mandarin collar.
Mandarin.
Yeah, but then that's racist apparently.
Yeah, it's not
So-
P- that's not
yeah,
PC.
yeah,
That's not
it's not
PC.
PC anymore, because Asian lives matter. But yeah.
Yes, they
Don't blow
do.
up the
Yeah.
window just because when it's picture in picture, it might block it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so when you see like the banded collar shirt, yeah, I mean, look, literally since I started like working in the early 2010s, like people have been trying to tell us that the banded collar works.
Yeah.
And almost every year up until like 2016, I want to say we had a couple banded collars in our line. Every single year, the shit bombs on us.
I think it's a more high fashion play.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But like, even for like our thread and cloth line, we've done banded collars.
Really?
We've done
Okay.
a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if we still have some like stuck in our warehouse.
I think
somewhere.
Claudia said we have a couple.
Yeah,
of
right.
cloth,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, we try it every year, and we always say, oh, okay, this is gonna be the year, and it just bombs. I think it looks cool too. All my friends have one.
Yeah.
All my friends have one. All my friends have one. Everybody wears it.
I don't have
and
a
it's
lot,
like,
but I mean,
yeah, you have one.
I got one.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's really interesting what you looked up too. Like, look for the ombre and tie-dye versions.
Yep.
But I will also say this too: print and pattern offer the best means of update. I gotta ask, what other option is there? It's always a print or a pattern, unless you're gonna go like just solid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess so. But that's not really an update, is it? Yeah. So it's just funny.
Yeah,
It's funny.
and I did a bunch of research trying to find. This is
Oh,
what
shit.
I found.
Yo,
and
can
it's
you
kind
blow
of
that up?
kind of funny, called the Modern Monk. This website.
Holy shit! So they do type. Oh wait! Look at that! Look at that! Remember our? Oh, they call it a Mandarin collar. You see that? You see that shit? Highlight it! Mandarin collar.
Just blow up the window, Sean. Again.
Blow up the window.
Yeah, maximize it.
Gosh, I haven't used a Mac in so long.
Yo, check that shit out. Mandarin collar.
Yep.
Look at that. Anyways, yo, check this out. Remember how this last episode we were talking about the best sustainable play?
Yep.
Yeah.
What did I say?
That no people.
No, I say no one does it right, but if they were to do it right, what would they use? What fabric is this? You can read it yourself. Read the description.
Soft hand tie-dye hemp.
Hemp! They're using hemp. That's
Yeah.
actually pretty cool. They are modern monks. Anyways, do you have any other examples of
I tried to find as much as I
What's the
could.
price?
Yeah, it was hard, but I mean this whole
Oh, they do all
they
of it?
do, and this is the only tie-dye one they have. They just have more solid.
You asked what the
but
price was, right? $159.
Wild.
$159 right now for hemp.
But it is, yeah, exactly.
No, I will straight up tell you though, with our sourcing right now, with our current sourcing right now, if we buy 10,000 meters, what's 10,000 meters divided by? Hold on, I'll do the math for you guys because it's so if right now I will tell you this, 10,000 meters times sorry.
Bug smash.
If I buy 9,000 units of a T-shirt for hemp right now, I could get it for $6 per garment. I could get $6 per garment, add 20% duty, and then add maybe like, like an additional like 15 cents for freight and everything, I could actually land it, and I'll be able to. I think I'll be able to bring in a hemp T-shirt right now for under $10.
Okay.
But ain't no one gonna buy that shit from me for like. No one's gonna buy a hemp T-shirt from me for like,
For 10, 12 bucks.
like no, and $10 is my cost.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, like, and then from there I have to make a profit, and then I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
sell to somebody, and like, if they want to make like Keystone markup, it's like I'm thinking right now, it's like if you get like the cheapest hemp T-shirt in the market will probably be like $29.99. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like, and that's bullshit. And like that's like mass production price because we're mass producers. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's like it's bullshit. Anyways, like we're going back to our previous episode. It's total digression. Yeah. So okay. So bandit collars are going to be in, or so the.
Again, like I said, it has its ebb and flows.
Yeah.
It's, I think it does depend on what market.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think like a bandit collar, like long sleeve, like what they're doing right now, that might be worth a shot. I mean, I think it'd be cool to like show, but it's like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay. So what else is there?
Yeah, and then we're going with the last. No.
Yeah.
And then the last body type is the exaggerated utility shirt. Kind of going back to last week, the utility pant was what we
Right.
talked about as well. So
Right.
kind of transitioning that utilitarian dressing continues to be an important trend for spring summer 21 with numerous variations of the look present.
Okay.
As you can see with the examples here, big pockets, multiple pockets, contrasted colors too to make it pop more. Kind of where it's going.
Right.
And then, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, workwear. Workwear
kind of seems to be the trend.
Workwear is kind of like, workwear is, man, how long have you known about Carhartt? You personally? Jeff, how long have you known about Carhartt?
Not since I worked here.
Really?
No,
So
never
you never even heard of it?
No.
Like, yeah, you.
I mean, honestly, when I got I did construction for like one summer, and a bunch of the guys wear Carhartt.
Yeah,
stuff.
but when did Carhartt become cool to you?
When I started working here, when you started,
Yeah, pretty much.
I saw you wear.
That was pretty much it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I always thought they just made like
Dude, that's
overalls.
Dude, that's
and
like the crazy shit, man. Like that's what I realized too. It's like I always knew about Carhartt. I assumed everyone else did, but I was raised in this industry. I was raised.
Actually, you want to know where I knew about Carhartt? When I went to Alaska for summer ball, and there was this, I went to a store. All they carried was Carhartt.
Right. Yeah, but that was like what? Like was it like an Osh or some shit? Like
Yeah, it was like a full on like workwear.
Yeah,
clothes
you know-
type
Because
store.
like Oregon though, like
Yeah.
Columbia is.
Oh,
up
Columbia
there.
dominates
So
Oregon.
that's why
Yeah, I
it's
see.
there.
I see.
Is that where Columbia's out of?
Yeah, I think Columbia is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beaverton, yeah.
No, I mean Carhartt's based out of Dearborn, Detroit. It's near Detroit.
Okay.
It's like a small town near Detroit. It's in Michigan, but like, I mean like Carhartt. I first became cognizant of Carhartt back in like early 2018.
Okay.
But that was only because we were just starting our streetwear line. Like XYZ. We were just starting it, or we wanted to open the young men's market.
Yeah.
And back then, skate was still really cool. And then I linked up with Valerie, and we were both like, "No, man, we ain't gonna do skate. We're gonna do streetwear."
Yeah.
And that's kind of when I first discovered Carhartt. Was basically Carhartt was making some noise like in the European market because Carhartt, like they had their WIP there, and it was like a super niche thing. And then when I left BJD in early 2018. Okay, so fuck, it was 2017. It was 2017, my bad, where I was looking at it. And then I left BGD in 2018. And then when I was doing my own thing, like kind of just like doing the like all the manufacturing and everything, I was heavily invested in workwear, which was like North Face, Carhartt,
Patagonia.
Patagonia. No, I didn't do Patagonia. No. Patagonia is all like they do everything themselves up in Santa Barbara. It was Timberland, like all that stuff, like quality workwear and everything like that. I started really getting into Carhartt, but then like Carhartt was like always considered like work, Yeah. And then you saw those like unicorn-haired Instagram girls wearing those beanies, rocking that shit, with like the WIP. And then I know they had a collaboration with Eminem. They did something for Luke Cage, and then like they started collabing really big with Nike and have all that like shoe licensing and everything. And that's kind of when like Carhartt, like, I think what basically happened was like streetwear became really big, and then Carhartt became known through there, and then all of a sudden workwear just like hits this critical mass. But workwear has been building, I want to say, in the market for like the past 3 years, but I'm starting to think like next year, this year, I think it's going to hit a point where it just becomes the cool thing. You know?
It's like urban workwear.
Sort of, and I think it has to do with like everyone keeps talking about quality.
Yeah.
Like quality is this whole thing, and like workwear basically just screams like, "Hey, we're good quality," you know? Like,
I mean, to feel it's a lot thicker. It's more durable.
it is thicker, but that's also because they use coarser cotton. But
Very true.
That's like whatever. But like so I mean, this is kind of like our interpretation of workwear that we actually have in the market right now. Actually, this is currently for like our young men's like streetwear line, basically. This is kind of what we're doing right now. I am thinking about introducing this to the men's market too for next year. Like it's like utility shirts, basically.
I mean, all our buyers, very positive reactions from across the board.
Yeah. You know, when you talk to Brooke and everything like that, do you show her all these?
Yeah, no,
you do, right?
She bought some.
Does she ask for this on the men's side as well? She does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about adding this into our men's collection as well, because it's like it does seem like something that we could do, because we do flannels in a really big way for like fall and everything like that, and I think the direct translation over to like from for the men's side for like spring and summer like this, because no one's buying flannels right now. It's like I think this would probably be the play for it. So it's
I think utility is kind of taken over where the flannels are lacking of.
Yeah. So it's like I think I think this is definitely something that we're gonna go for next year.
Sweet.
I know Valerie's gonna blow this up for like XYZ. So it's like But do you have any other examples of this oversized utility?
So I looked on Carhartt. They're not really doing anything
They're not
more
finished.
exaggerated. Really, the only thing I kind of found was Levi's, which is obviously
Oh, look at that. You know, can you click that? Can we zoom in on that?
Yep, I'm blowing up to maximize.
Yeah. Can we zoom in on this even more? Dude, that looks heavy. That looks heavy. That looks like.
So you see how they're getting kind of creative with the pockets.
Yeah,
like
really
the
big
double. This
pockets.
kind of looks like you would put some tools in there.
Yeah, right.
And they call it the oversized shirt too, so it does hang a little bit longer.
You know, if we do something like this, we got to make a functional pocket. I think that'd be a cool thing. The more functional it is, the better. I'm not really buying the whole oversized look. That's like, I feel like that's a really niche thing, or it's like you got to be like really secure with yourself to wear something like super oversized like that. But like I do think like at the heart of that trend is like utility, function. You know, if you have a pocket that like nerds will look at and be like, oh hey, that's really functional. I think that's gonna be like the thing. You know.
I also think too it could kind of be a shacket in a way too. It's it's heavy, it's bigger, so you would wear a tee and then have that on top.
No, that's actually a very, very good point. That's something to think about too. Okay, cool.
Not as heavy as a jacket, but also functions and has pockets like a jacket.
Right. Sure. That makes sense. Okay, cool. Do you have any other examples to show us?
This is more runway pictures.
Okay, cool. Let's see these.
They got some pretty.
Damn, that's some safari bullshit. No, not that one. That's interesting. Like,
this one
look
right
at
here.
that guy, dude. Oh my god.
Look at those pants too.
That's obnoxious.
That's a little overboard. Again, this is David Catalan, which is
all right, cool.
super high fashion. I don't even want to know what these things retail at.
They probably don't do production for these.
Probably not.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Look at these pockets right here. Look at the pocket on
Yeah.
on the shin.
Yeah. Hashtag workwear.
What do you put in that?
Hashtag function. Hashtag function. Anyways.
You put your tater tots in there, Napoleon? Can I get some toss, Napoleon?
Anyways, okay, cool. Is there okay, cool.
And that's those are the body types.
All right, so let's do a full recap. Let's go back to the top. Okay, so what's cool right now are like the resort shirts. We're definitely gonna get into that.
Yep.
Definitely gonna look into some batik prints and tropicals. Definitely sounds like a plan. Bandit collar shirts. What if I do like a bandit collar utility shirt?
just myriad them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just like kind of no. Okay. Look, and then let's scroll down to the last one. Let's cover up this point. I'm definitely going to do a utility shirt. I'm definitely going to create a utility shirt group. I definitely think that's a good play to have. Just like one really strong functional work shirt. I think that's the way to go. I absolutely will get into that. Okay. Yeah. But yeah. I don't know. I mean. Okay, cool. So it's at this point right now, I think for the most part, we have most of our trends covered for next year. Banded collar, man, damn. You know, like
it's again.
I'll have to think about that for like third and fourth quarter. I mean, look, because even if it bombs, I still want to sample one, just to show the buyers, like, look, you know, we're doing our work. You know, we're doing our research. We're covering all of our bases and everything like that. But it's like I'm not super high on it. I remain bearish. It's like,
and I think as people start to go out now and are again being more expressive with their clothing, they're gonna want to do something different. So the banded collar is a lot different than the normal collared shirt. So
yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right, man. Well, thank you for thank you as always for all this stuff. So I guess we'll do this at the same time again next week.
Till next Friday.
Next Friday. Have a good one.